If you missed last week's video, we flew into California, provisioned the boat, and began our journey from San Francisco, California to Honolulu, Hawaii. We are currently on day 6 of the trip and over 600 nautical miles off the coast of California towards Hawaii.
We've got some other folks.
Our first big squall.
I'm not liking it.
Alright, so today is day 7. If you're wondering what happened to day 6, day 6 sucked. Morale was at an all-time low.
These swells are something serious. I'm trying to get a recording of it, but
How's that work?
not so good.
The wind died out?
Well, mine's just going on the back.
Huh?
My back. Do south. South. 180.
And everything was breaking on day 6, so the block that attaches the main sheet to the Traveler broke, so the boom went flying over when that broke, and then we tried to furl in the head sail so that we could fix the block. The head sail wouldn't furl in, it would only go halfway and then it would get jammed. Then after that we tried to use the electric winch to furl it in, or to hoist down the mainsail, and that wouldn't work either, so those 3 things all broke at the same time. You ready?
Not yet.
I was able to fix the block. There was another block on board, so I was able to put a new block on for the main sheet, so we got that back. The jib sheet, or the jib sail, hold on. Hello. And the jib sail is now working. Mostly working. It can furl out, and we can furl it most of the way in, probably just not the last little bit, which is okay for now. Once the sea stayed and wind calms down, we can mess with it some more. The real kicker was about yesterday was that we had a lull in the wind and we went to start the engine and it wouldn't start. So without the engine, we can't motor if there's no wind, and we also can't create any power. And the solar isn't keeping up with our electrical needs. So right now we've shut all the electric stuff off. We have no charts, we have no wind, speed, refrigeration, all that's off. We've obviously been hand steering because the autopilot broke day 3. So we're trying to conserve as much power as possible so that we can make a little solar and not have the batteries die and then just turn it on when we need it. After news of the engine and being on day 6, the land crew advised us to turn around and go back to California, so against our gut and against our will, we turned around.
And against the current and against the wind.
Which is why the best we can kind of do normally is around the 90-degree mark, because that's just enough off the front of the wind to be going east, but then with the sea state, again, it keeps pushing us a little bit more south. Correct. Yep. Sure. That's possible. Right. Right. Will do. Alright. Yeah, have a good one. That's it. What a guy. This is about to die.
Okay.
And we gotta go as far northeasterly as possible. So we gotta stay in the 60. We should bring this in all the way as far as possible. And he said, go as far onto the wind as you possibly can. Okay, fall off, fall off. Gotta stay on
60.
course. Gotta try to get there. He's like, oh, I've been in the exact position 1,000 times. Like, you're trying to go where you can't go because the wind's not letting you go there. You're trying to squeeze it out, but the waves are pushing you, so you can't make it. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, we gotta get you back on track. The whole thing. He was walking me through everything, asking me what systems we got on board, the whole
great,
nine.
yeah.
So detailed. It's great.
Do we need to send coordinates to anybody, or are we good?
Didn't we just do that?
You've been on the phone for a long time.
I know, but didn't we do that before? You just said that we've done it 3 times, right?
I thought we did it twice. So we would do it now if we're gonna send. I'll just send them. Doesn't hurt to
Huh?
send them. I'm just gonna send them.
Are you going to bed?
I thought we were gonna. Do we need to adjust anything?
I don't think so. We can keep this for now as long as we get 20 knots consistently. So now we turn around and we're going back to California, trying to get to Marina del Rey, but with the way the wind and the waves are, it's going to be a challenge. We have pretty good sea state and heavy winds, and apparently there's a storm that's coming off the coast, so we're trying to beat that if we can. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days to see if we can't make it back. You get that one? That was a big one.
we've been dealing with this kind of weather. So day 5, day 6, and today's day 7. And we've been functioning on about averaging 2 hours of rest, of sleep per night, because you can't sleep with it rocking and rolling. And we're headed the wrong direction. Okay, day 8. Still the same weather.
Alright, so it's day 8, still pretty cloudy and pretty choppy. We're trying to maintain our course so we don't drift too far south with the wind and the waves to make it to California. We're also trying to conserve power. We don't have a lot of sunlight, so we're not really replenishing the batteries, so we're trying to keep our house battery and not drain it too much, so we turned off all of our electricity. At night we're just running dark. We have no charge, no wind, no speed, everything's turned off. And we just flip it on intermittently to get an update, and then we'll turn it right back off so we can conserve power. We're doing things old school.
We sure are. It's just another day in paradise.
That's right. All you need is sails and a wet finger to see the wind. Great. We got the compass to get our bearing, and we'll flip on the electronics every once in a while to make sure we're on course and everything's tracking, but for the most part everything's off and we're trying to conserve.
Let's try this side.
Or maybe back here, facing this way.
Alright. I would think so.
That was a pretty... There's a big one behind you. But you can't really see it. You got your power stance going.
That's right. All night long. 8 hours. That's why my dogs are barking.
Do you ever sit down? Oh, I do.
I normally do, but last night I couldn't.
Alright, so it's the end of day 9 and our conditions have changed pretty dramatically. We have 10 knots of light winds now instead of 20, so that's really dropped down, and so it has the sea state as well. So that's been nice, a lot easier sailing, and we're about 300 nautical miles away from California. That's what I'm afraid of happening all night. So we also had another minor failure, and one of the pipes to the toilet popped off, so we had fecal matter everywhere.
Fun times.
We had a bunch of stuff all over the floor and so we had to clean all that stuff up, and it was a mess.
Here we are at day 10, and we do not have like a pan, just have some skillets, and I wanted to boil some eggs. So I decided to use this kettle and use it to boil my eggs in. And then I'm gonna put that in some tuna and some cheese and some pickles and make a grilled tuna sandwich. Okay, here is the tuna for the tuna melt. And it's got eggs in there and cheese and pickles and looks delicious. And here's the tuna sandwich.
Alright, so it's day 10, and as you can tell, we have still very little wind. Last night was pretty rough. We had pretty much no wind, and we still have no engine, so we were just kind of sitting there bouncing around. Sails were flapping. So right now we have enough just to fill the sail, so that's been nice. Hopefully that continues through tonight, and then the wind should pick up to 10, maybe 15, hopefully by tomorrow, and then that should be able to carry us into California, hopefully. But it's definitely a lot quieter, except for the flogging of the sails. But now that they're filled in, it's a lot quieter and a lot drier as well. We don't have any waves crashing over the boat or into the cockpit anymore, so that's been nice. I think it happened twice where we filled up the cockpit with water. Were they both on my shift? So we had 2 times that we had pretty big waves come into the cockpit and drain out. Yeah, they were both on my shift. One was like ankle high water, the second one was more calf knee high water. So we had a lot of water in the cockpit and spray from off the bow of the boat, but now it's super calm and everything's dry, so that's super nice. As long as we get a little bit more wind, we'll be good to go. Kind of partly cloudy today. We're getting a little bit of solar, but not much. We're trying to keep up with that. We're still not running any electronics. We're keeping everything very minimal. Since the engine died, we've just been using the compass and our headlamps for light at night, and then just navigating by the compass, and then every once in a while we'll turn on the navigational equipment and get a reading, and then we'll turn it back off. We'll probably do that 3-4 times a day maybe, but it's not for long, and that's been helping us conserve battery power and keeping batteries charged enough, because we'll need that when we get in. We're probably gonna have to, once we get close to California, we're probably gonna have to get a tow into the marina, so once we get close we'll probably schedule that. We also had our toilet debacle yesterday where the
Just a little mishap.
Boy, the pipe on the, I don't know even how to explain it, the pipe that has exits the toilet, there was a lot of pressure in it, and I'm not sure if there was a clog or why, but there was a lot of pressure in it, so when we pumped to flush the toilet, then that popped off, and then everything went everywhere, and now we're in ankle high water again. And
the wrong kind of water.
Yeah. So that was real unfortunate, and so I ran the shower pump and the water, and we got rid of most of it, and then the rest that went outside of the bathroom and everywhere else we just mopped up and cleaned everything up. So cleaned that, reattached that pipe as best I could with the limited tools and supplies we have here, and put some sealant on it and waited for that to dry yesterday, and then today it's pretty much dry, but at least it's usable for now to get us by for the next couple of days until we pull back into port.
Here we are at day 11, and last night's eggs went so well, I am going to try making some mashed potatoes in my little tea kettle. So we'll keep you posted and see how things go. Okay, so the potatoes are done boiling. Now, let's see if I can drain it. This could be a challenge. Okay, so here's our potatoes. Now I'm just going to mash them up. I put some butter and some cheese in there. And for tonight's meal, we have mashed potatoes with half of a tuna sandwich. The other thing that I do at nighttime while I'm fixing dinner is I prepare our snacks for the night shift. Because night shifts can get long and boring, so help you stay awake if you have some more food to eat.
So it's the end of day 11 and we've had the wind filled in a little bit last night and then filling in more throughout the day today. We're at consistently 15 knots, gusting up to 20. So good winds for today. We've made pretty good progress. The sea state isn't bad either, so we've made good progress towards California. We're within about 100 nautical miles right now, and we're on the home stretch. So we're trying to time it out to where tomorrow when we arrive, we have plenty of daylight to work with, and we'll probably get as close as possible and then just get a tow into the marina if all works out well. Haven't seen land yet, seen more ships in the area. There's been about 3 since we started getting close. And huh?
The whale last night?
Oh yeah. Last night on night shift I was hearing a whale throughout for probably quite a bit. So it was kind of following us a little bit off to the side. So that was interesting. Pretty weird hearing that at night because you can't really see it, but you can hear it for sure. And then sometimes you could just see a little dark blob out there. So that was kind of interesting at night. Wish it happened during the day so we could see it and film it. But now that we're getting close, tonight we'll have our running lights on all night, and then we'll also probably have the charts up as well now that we're getting closer. So we're still trying to conserve battery, but we're gonna have to start using the instruments, especially as we get close. But hopefully it's just for tonight and some of tomorrow, and then we'll be done. So that's the plan. So it's day 12. We thought we would be there by now, but we're not. Our great wind that we had yesterday died off right around sunset and is just now starting to come back. And it's noon or 1 or something. So we've just been putzing along for all night and the morning. And now it's starting to fill in, so hopefully we can get close by around 4 o'clock, and then we can get our tow into the slip. And we're trying to beat the sunlight, trying to get there before dark. But this is the home stretch. We have 30 nautical miles left. And you can anything else.
And the dolphins are bringing us home.
And the dolphins are escorting us in, kind of, at a crooked angle. We're still trying to conserve battery, so we only have been peeking at our charts every once in a while. We did run the lights last night, just because we're now in the channel, so there's more traffic, so we were running our lights last night, the running lights last night, but and then we just do the charts intermittently.
I do see. Okay guys, we have got land sightings. I don't know if you can see it, but we can. And that's the most important thing.
First set of land in 12 days, and we're getting close. Boy. Sure is coming out here.
Sure is quiet. Yeah. Where's the wind coming from? This?
Over there. Hold on, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
All right.
Okay, go. Huh?
It's going to be tricky with all this swelling.
Yeah, I know. I was talking about the other line below it is.
Okay.
Because the wind's gonna push us, so, and we're off to the wrong way. Go into. Slowly. I think this is him coming up. Do you see?
He's coming right towards us.
Do you see him?
Yep.
Where is he at?
Straight ahead. On your port side.
Yes. How do I not see? Do you really see him?
Yes. Got a lot of splashes. Got both that splash
You still upwind? Good, how are you?
We'll use a little bit longer bridle. I want you guys kind of drift out a little bit.
Alright.
I'll meet you on the bow. Toss you over a bridle, one on each seat.
Alright, sounds good. Just stay forward.
Careful at like 5 knots. It's gonna be interesting to get to this bridle. Channel 71, okay? Alright. Alright, there we go.
Now we're thinking
Alright, we're cooking now. What did he say? Thanks for watching this week's episode. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it to Hawaii. What turned out to be an extended shakedown cruise of 12 days, over 1,200 nautical miles sailed from San Francisco to LA. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys. It really helps us out. And we'll see you next week.